Sup YouTube, Joshua Torzo here and welcome to a reaction video. This will have no flashy idiots. Now let's just get into the video. Yo guys, got short attention span and I can tell.
Number 5. Travis Kaufman vs. a mountain lion. It's February 4th, 2019 in Colorado.
Hold on, I need to call out the creator's name before I do this. This is titled
Craziest 1v1 fights with apex predators in history.
It's made by
Oh my god.
It's made by Maybe Smart. I need to get good at my English.
Young guy named Travis Kaufman, deeply in love with nature and sports, decides to go for a short trail run at Horsetooth Mountain Open Space. A short, half marathon run. His training session was going great, right up until he heard leaves rustling and brain snapping behind him.
Hey, come on there.
Oh, kitty!
Oh, it's a cat. Oh my
Even though
goodness!
it wasn't a fully grown adult, it wasn't scared of him at all and didn't react to his threats. The next thing he saw, the mountain lions.
I think I should turn off the captions. So editing me would be so mad right now because I did not turn off captions early.
Suddenly jumped and bit his wrist. During this struggle, they fell off the trail into a ravine, and the animal got even more aggressive. He tried hitting that thing with rocks, stabbing it with sharp sticks, but it didn't work. Kaufman was a tough nut to crack. Then, after he realized that the mountain lion was trying to kill him, as he says himself, a switch flipped in his head, and he decided that the best defense was a good offense. So he quickly flipped the animal onto its back and pinned it down with his full weight. He just put his foot on the mountain lion's neck until it stopped moving.
Damn! Yo, this dude is a savage. Frick you mean a switch turned on? Oh my goodness, this dude's a hidden Viltrumite.
It was in the end, because the training wasn't complete yet. So then Travis ran the remaining 3 miles, ran onto some other runners to ask for help, and only then headed to the hospital. Travis ended up with 20 stitches, ruined clothes, and missed PR. Number 4. Tall Endeavor vs. Crocodile. The next encounter happened.
Is this about just the people who survived?
In northern Australia, near the Venus River in early November 2023. Since Australia has fences that tend to break, there are people whose job is to fix them. And that's exactly what 60 years old Colin Devereux was doing. He would work his ass off all day and was supposed to be having dinner with his family that evening. Tired but satisfied. That's what I would say if he hadn't stopped by a lake on his way to work on that day to watch some fish swimming around. So he walked up to the edge of the lake and...
Oh!
It was a huge 3 meters long saltwater crocodile that clamped onto his leg and started taking him like a rag doll and dragging him into the water. Obviously, punching it or yelling at it did absolutely nothing. So Devereux realized he had to come up with something special because of the lack of balls and a penis. Not Devereux, a crocodile. So, can you guess what he did next? If you said,
if I was him, you see this finger? This is going straight into your eye. If I'm dying getting eaten by you, crocodile especially, I'm taking your eye with me. I'd probably take that out and eat that. Oh! It don't matter anyway. It don't matter if it's poisonous. I'm dying.
that he decided to bite the motherfucker back right in the eye?
Oh my goodness, that's better than I thought.
You would be absolutely correct. And it worked incredibly well. The crocodile immediately released his leg, allowing Devereux to get back to his car. As a result, one apex predator suffered a severe leg injury that required more than a month in the hospital due to infection, while the other was left with psychological trauma. Number 3. Moses Lekala vs. Lion vs. Hyenas. Moses Lekala was a regular 35-year
What the freak? His ass, bro, in PeerTuber.
old Kenyan herder who was leading his herd back home one November evening in 2007. Everything was pretty chill. Just cows, mosquitoes, and beautiful sunset. Until a lion jumped out of the bushes and started tearing him apart. Luckily, Moses had a spear in the club, so the predator immediately took a couple of solid hits to the face. And then some more.
Dang.
And then some more. Well, you get the idea. The lion kept lunging at Moses, trying to get to him.
Yo, this reminds me of Thrag versus Battle Beast in the comics and from Primal. You know, Spear with his freaking T-Rex. and
taking
stuff.
several hits each time, and this went on for about half an hour. After which he finally killed the lion by stabbing his vital organs with his spear. And according to Moses, for some reason he ended up extremely tired. But the problem was, there was just a warm-up. Okay, I just took down 400 pounds King of the Jungle all by myself. Just let me get home in peace. No, right after he killed the lion.
Zeus!
But by then he was too exhausted to whoop their asses too, so they just started tearing him up. But again, that wasn't the end for Moses. A passing guy heard his screams, chased the hyenas away, and took Moses to the hospital, where sadly, in a couple hours, this legend died from excessive blood loss. Number 2. Eric
Dang.
Fortier versus Polar Bear. Eric Fortier was a regular 34 years old Canadian who liked to messing around with people's teeth. He was a dentist, but that was something else he liked to do, and that was hiking. So on July 27th, 2001, he and his friends headed out on a camping trip to Kitanalik Territorial Park Reserve. Everything was going great. The scenery was beautiful, the vibe was perfect. They set up camp, pitched their tent. Eric and his girlfriend Kristen in one
Girlfriend. Nah, I'm just kidding.
tent, his friends in another. And
Oh my
soon,
God.
everyone
Oh, it reminded me of that one music. Who the Not in my book.
fell asleep. But everything changed at around 3 a.m. This meat smells familiar. When Eric crawled out of the tent, he saw a huge polar bear tear through his friend's tent and sink his teeth into one of them. He immediately started yelling at it and making loud noises, but it didn't help. So he started throwing rocks, and it didn't help either. Total chaos broke out, but he quickly realized that if he didn't come up with something real fast, his friends were going to be dead. He had nothing but a small pocket knife, so he made the goal to get right up close to bear and start stabbing it in the lower jaw and neck, which instantly made the beast pull back and run off, leaving a huge bloody trail behind. Next, he carried his wounded friends for more than 6 miles to safety, and was awarded the Canadian Medal of Bravery. Number 1. Tekersin
that.
Negi versus Leopard. It was October
Oh,
17th.
you know that dude's stuff. If he has a cigarette on the battle.
2024, 60-year-old Tekersin Negi in the state of Uttar Pradesh, India, was working in the fields in the village of Bikawala. He was walking past some bushes, which is pretty common when you are out in nature. But at one point, a huge adult leopard jumped out of those bushes and tried to sink its teeth into his neck, which in those areas is actually pretty common too. The old man quickly realized that if the animal got to his neck, it would be over. So he decided to sacrifice his arm. He shoved his forearm into the animal's mouth to distract him, and then started hitting his head as hard as he could with a stick in his other arm. After several minutes of painful struggle, Uncle managed to smash the animal's skull and get out of its hug. People nearby heard his screams and rushed to help,
Oh,
taking
right.
him
This
to
is
the
from
hospital. He
India?
suffered a number of critical injuries, but surprisingly survived, and later went back to working in the field.
Oh, that's an awesome dog, bro. That's an awesome dog. I want to eat that dog.
Disclaimer.
What a coincidence. Alright, guys, that's about it for It's a Reaction vid. Sorry, it's not a gameplay. I do what I want. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you loved the video. Make sure to crush that like button, and I'll see y'all later. Hold on. Before I say see ya. Hey, what the freak? No. Make sure you guys subscribe to this dude. Maybe smart. Okay, so this is him. He might comment on this video and say, I've been a fan since you started. Okay, let's go. See ya.